Give it up for Thea.
Welcome everybody to my TED Talk. So, my Zenith presentation...
Wait, who are you? And
Oh, sorry. My name's Thea. I'm a senior with film, and my Zenith I did a freestyle documentary. Alright, so, when making this, or planning out my project, I was very optimistic and I thought I was going to stay on track. I did not, but it's okay. So, I separated it into 4 different sections. The first one is the pre-production, figuring out what I want to do, who I want to do it with, and when and where. The next was the filming stage, which included filming. Then we have our post-production, which is where I did all my editing, and then finally I had to make this lovely presentation. So, first off, we have my pre-production phase, where I change everything and I fall incredibly behind. So, my first idea was I was going to start doing 5 skits, exploring 5 different types of humor. And before my first check-in with Mr. Taylor, I wrote 3 scripts. We went in, discussed it, and we discovered that I'm not funny. Oh, obviously you guys disagree. No, I think you know, I can be funny. I'm just not sketch comedy funny. So yeah, so we kind of scrapped that, but I was really attached to one sketch, and I should have realized that this was the sketch. It was called The Ultimate Freestyle Challenges. I should have known that this was the sketch that I was going to, you know, end up making my Zenith about, because it was 7 pages long. And you guys might not know this, but each page is supposed to be a minute, and so that meant that one of my 5 sketches was going to be 7 minutes long, which wouldn't actually have worked. So anyways, it worked out for the best, and so here's my new Zenith, and I basically restart from 0 on like week 2, so that was fun. Then I moved on to planning with people. Now, I love you guys, but I hate people, and I hate planning. So planning with people, it's not fun. But I got really lucky because freestyle is amazing, and I sent out an email, and there were a lot of people that were excited to work on my project. And so, yeah, head first into it, and I just started talking with people, planning costumes, getting props. Tyler actually donated a costume for this, for one of the characters. It was really awesome of him. And yeah, then I moved on to planning my shoots. I basically was here every single time that freestyle was open during April. Like whenever I could be here, I was on campus, because my challenges would have to be filmed here. And so I tried to partition my shoots with everything that had to be in freestyle. I obviously film here, but everything that didn't have to be on freestyle, like filming with my actors, doing individual interviews, I did that off campus, like when freestyle was closed. I also had to do my teacher interviews on campus, and I needed to use the green screen room. So yeah, I really had to learn how to budget my time pretty well for this one. Then I moved on to filming and editing. So there's a couple of challenges with both of these things. With filming, as I said, most of my individual interviews, which is what you guys are like, individual interviews with my main characters, kind of. They were done outside of freestyle, and I just chose to do them in parks because I thought it looked cool. But I had an arch nemesis, and I didn't know in this project, and that was the wind. Every single time I hit the recording button, the wind just picked up out of nowhere. It was really weird. I think scientists should like really study it next time that I decide to do a project, because it just really threw all of my footage out of the window. Like I would have to stop mid-shoot because just the audio was not good. And then with editing, sound. I hate editing sound. It's the worst thing in the world. Now I never used this audio interface for editing my sound, but this is just how it felt. It's just, I hate sound tracking and everything like that, but I got through it. Yeah, that's my full thing. I was editing until today, before you guys got in here. This is like a screenshot from this morning, but yeah, so I was like really behind, but hey, I got through it. So here is the final product.
I've been at freestyle for 2 years, and I know the ins and outs of everything there is to know about this place. I'm here to win.
Hello, Freestyle, and welcome back to the Ultimate Freestyle Challenges finale. Over the past week, you've all been tuning in to see which of our freestyle seniors will be named the Ultimate Freestyle Student. As you all know, the freestyle challenges are composed by our very own freestyle teachers. No one knows what the challenges will be, but everyone is excited. So without further ado, let's recap this week's events. Our hearts are captivated by this year's contestants, some of which are more ruthless than others.
I got this, okay? I was born for this. I am the most freestyle student that there is.
I've been preparing for every single outcome, and in each one, I win.
Hi, my name is Eli Ladd. Honestly, I'm just kind of here to have a good time and have fun, hang out with my friends.
As you all know, the freestyle challenges are unique with every teacher. Our first challenge was with Mr. Taylor, and it was a doozy.
I've been practicing every film skill in the book. I mean, storyboarding, green screening. I've even been watching all of Mr. T's videos. Even when I'm trying to relax, I find myself watching Raccoon Tunes. It's become pretty natural at this point.
Is she really? Yeah, I started getting ad revenues. She must have been watching them so many times.
I think there's a small chance that I may have over-prepared.
When asking Mr. T a sneak peek on what the challenge was, this is what he said.
This is film, the most demanding elective there is. The boom mics, they're heavy, arm strength you need, the tungsten lights you have to move, the actors, it's a physical, demanding art form. This is serious. Film, the most demanding elective there is. You may not be ready for today's challenge, which is the ultimate freestyle workout.
A workout? That's not even related to film, much less freestyle.
The contestants had no choice but to compete or quit. Caught up in the heat of the moment, a rivalry soon began between two design students.
If there's a design student that's going to win this thing, it's going to be me.
Sadly, not all of our contestants showed the same level of enthusiasm and commitment.
It was just too much. Like, I thought we were filming. I couldn't do it anymore. I can't do it. I'm behind in digital media anyway, so the challenge wasn't for me.
And with that elimination, we moved on to the next challenge. Into the design room. Miss P's challenge is one of style and class. Coincidentally, the two most common adjectives used to describe her by herself. Is that right? Did she change the script? Anyways, Miss P decided to judge the contestants' shoes.
I'm actually doing these students a favor. This school teaches our students how to show the world who they are, and the way we dress plays a part in that. Also, I just like shoes.
I'm going to dominate this. I always wear the most fire fits. I mean, look at my shoes. Look, it's blue on the bottom.
Quick round and straight to the point. Autumn was ranked lowest. A moment of silence for Autumn. The best narrative partner a freestyler could ask for. Anyways, back to the recap. Last week ended with Mr. Cho's animation challenge. Big surprise, it was music.
Music is the unseen power that drives all freestyle students and teachers.
Annie's musical talent surprised all of yours at home.
At first, I wasn't feeling too good about the animation challenge. I mean, me and video games, not a good mix. But then, it was like the buttons on the guitar and my fingers were one. I got really into it.
Eli's beautiful concerto moved our hearts, and Alex made our ears bleed. And Katie's was kind of it.
Singing's my thing, not guitar. But you gotta be bad at something, okay? And maybe I wasn't the best, but I'm the best at everything else.
And with that, the film elective's out of the challenge, and we're down to the final three.
I really thought I was going to win that one. Oh well, I still have to edit my senior narrative, so I guess I'll do that.
You know, this year's seniors, they just didn't have it in them. I could tell the day they walked in, first day, they weren't up for the challenge.
Which brings us to today. Usually, there are 2 more challenges, but Mr. Flo is currently busy printing stacked wood art. Not mine though, mine's on time. Anyways, final challenge, meditation with Mr. Greco.
I made it to the final 3. And I get to meditate? This is the best day ever!
The goal? To be the last one standing. Or should I say, awake. Remember, don't disturb the meditation.
Alright, namaste everyone. Thank you all for joining yourselves and taking the time today to to become more aware of the world around us. So let's begin. Let's make sure to open our mind and just feel like we're beginning to become more aware of the world around us as we feel our mind and our body sink to the floor.
Ooh, looks like Katie face plants out of the competition, dragging Annie down with her.
I can't believe I laughed. I mean, just a couple more seconds and I would have.
Well, which leaves us with Eli Ladd is the ultimate freestyle champion.
Oh my god! Yeah, I did it! Yeah!
Congratulations, Eli, and thank you for tuning in to this year's Ultimate Freestyle Challenge. Good night.
Well, if I had to be anybody, at least it was Eli. Imagine if it was Katie.
But yeah.
I want to say a couple things. I wish I was in your project, but I also thank you for putting me in the credits down below. I wish I was in your project and like reviewing your scripts and stuff, but overall, that was a very fun video.
I'm glad you liked it, and again, thank you so much. Michael's costume was pretty
I really liked how like you use like students to play the teachers. I feel like no one's like expecting that, and it was like funny. So I think you did a really good job.
With all the work you did on like senior narrative and like the skills you learned this year, is there anything like that you like definitely carry over from like senior narrative like skills to Zenith?
I will say that I used, like when I was editing, I used more L cuts and J cuts than I did use in my narrative, or at least the part that I was editing. It was kind of, part of it because some of the feedback that I got from my friends was like I need to shorten it a little bit, and like L cuts and J cuts like really helped like just speed along that process. So yeah, so that would have been the main thing.
I would like everyone in this room to know that Taya made me refilm that scene of me falling asleep about 30 times and my head was bruised for a week after.
And we thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you. I lost like
For the
maybe
sake
all
of
of my
comedy.
brain cells.
What happened to the floor?
There's a dent actually. It's in Mr. Greco's room. I think we should frame it honestly. It's like part of
My
the
head
challenge.
hurts so bad.
Were you gonna plan to film something related to Mr. Florendo, or did you not get around to it?
So yeah, there was. It just didn't fit because it was getting really long. This is already 6 minutes long, and I felt like I was pushing it with a mockumentary. If you guys want to know the challenge for Mr. Florendo, it was going to be an eating challenge because we never see Mr. Florendo eat, and I'm sorry, Mr. Flo, but that was going to be the challenge for you because we know you're a foodie. So.
Who would you have cast for Mr. Flo?
Oh, that's a good question. I honestly don't know. Really, it would have been anybody who wanted to do it because at some point I was like running low on actors, but yeah.
This isn't a question, but more of a comment. Even though you're like, oh, I was so behind, I feel like you were really on top of it. Like, you were always talking about like your like project, and like when you were like recruiting me to like be in the project, you were saying like, oh, I'm here at freestyle like something on Saturday next week, and I was like, oh my god, you're so committed.
Yeah, like I said, I was here every single day that it was open.
Just wanted to applaud you on that.
Okay. Yeah, I really tried to use all the time that I could. But.
Thank you very much, Thea.